What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of September 21st through the 27th of 2020. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, we got the sun transiting into your 10th house of Libra, of course. So definitely a big transit here. The angles are pretty much filled up for you guys, with your first house, your fourth, and your 10th. And it's definitely a big time. Your sun's going to shine light on what you got to do to reach the top right now, to go get it, and to, keep putting one step in front of the other to reach your ultimate goals. And, that's definitely going to be a big part of this season here. And it's a big shift. So it's definitely focused on career time, which Capricorns like to do anyways. So keep working towards your ultimate goals. And, even when blocks come up, like they're going to in this Libra season, it's a matter of pushing forward from your heart and from your true identity and what you want to build and create. We have Mercury in Libra in your 10th house, of course, which is going to oppose Mars in your 4th house and square Saturn in your 1st house. So there's definitely this big T-square of energy this week where it's really focusing on your identity and finding control of your identity and who you want to be and where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And it's got to come from taking action for the emotions and the foundation you want. And it's also got to come from, getting your message out there for where you want to go and putting it out there. And just being your true authentic self is the biggest thing. And having control of yourself and your emotions and knowing that you can create from that spot. Saturn wants to bring control here and it wants to help, but we can restrict ourselves from getting to our goals if we're not willing to speak up with Mercury there, and if we're not willing to take action for how we truly feel and what we truly want to create and build from deep within. So, big stuff, and Mercury's going to transit on Sunday into your 11th house. So I think, you're kind of going to shift into innovating and bringing more people around you that vibe and want to help you create to get your message out there and to be yourself. So friends are going to be a big issue moving into next week too. And I think the groups you surround yourself with, you're going to know it's going to be brought to mind if they're on, your team or not, and if they're really supporting you or not. And, you want to kind of champion the people that are going to champion you. I think that's very important. And then we get the moon is going to make the first quarter square here in Capricorn. It's going to square the sun in Libra in your 10th house. So, this is definitely a big time to manifest your identity and where you want to go and how you're going to get there, and to, definitely shift your emotional focus on your goals. And, and it can be hard. There can be things outside of you trying to hold you back. And then we look at your 7th house of Cancer right now, and it's empty. And I think there's a lot of focus on other people in your life right now too, and making sure that you have the relationships and the people that are going to help you be you and help you be authentic and innovate from that authenticity and from deep within to go get goals. It's definitely goal time, I would say, for Capricorns, and not stopping and just keep going up that mountain. And then we get a yod to Venus in your 8th house. So we have Neptune in your 3rd house of Pisces, sextile Jupiter in your 1st house. So it's getting your message out there, and it's merging your message with, the deep, intimate feelings and just being you and doing that deep work and seeing the ultimate value of, bringing intensity out. And bringing intensity out for what you want to create and how you want to get there. And I would say, making sure that people are on that hype with you and merging with the right people that want to lift you up is very important too. And, making sure that people see the ultimate value in you when it comes to any sort of partnerships or anything like that, or even relationships and friendships. So definitely, powerful week. A lot of angular stuff going on with your 1st, 4th, and 10th houses. So, I think this is going to force a lot of action. And it's action that comes from, your true self and where you want to go and how you want to go get it out there. And, you got to put the message out there. And it's almost like with, Neptune sextiling Jupiter in your 1st house with Neptune in your 3rd. There's this channeled message that you're trying to get out right now and to merge with that. And, trust that deep spiritual connection that is going to drive you to create and bring up the intensity, dial up the intensity for your identity and how you want to put it out there and be seen and be known for. And, definitely powerful aspects and it's going to force things. This is definitely a forced time for especially the cardinal signs, where it's time to make it happen. So you got this, Capricorn, and let's see what the card is. I didn't shuffle, so you get the next card. Whoops. Well, it was meant to be this card then, and it is, of course, the 10 of Wands reversed. So, yeah, I think you're dropping a big load right now off your back that doesn't need to be there anymore, so that you're able to, get to the top. The mystical sea goat makes it to the top of the mountain, and sometimes it might have to drop the backpack on the way because it doesn't even have hind legs. It's got like a little tail, a little fish tail back there, right? So I don't know how the goat gets to the top. I really don't. But they do, and they do it by, steady work and making sure they don't take anything more than they need. So I think when it comes to relationships and people that aren't, truly fitting into your identity and the big shifts that's going on, you got to emotionally be able to drop the bag that isn't serving you and, just keep going. So I think there's been a big weight lifted, and this is a time to break through any sort of restraints that are blocking you that don't align with what you truly want. Because if it aligns with what you want, and the heart's there, and the passion's there, and the drive's there, you can make it happen. So it's definitely a big week to realize that you have that power within yourself to keep going forward, to reach the top, and to be seen from that place. And I love you guys very much. I'll catch you next time. Peace.